demonstrate some of the capabilities of these aircraft through a series of military formations and maneuvers taught to our past, present, and future military aviators. Watch overhead now as the Geico Skytypers enter the Airshow airspace using an overhead tactical approach. Military pilots going into a hot area use this type of approach as they move into a hostile environment to assess the situation on the ground. While remain unpredictable, avoid enemy ground-to-air weapons attacks. Maintains control of the six-ship formation as each member demonstrates sharpened skill levels to hold its present position. Now, as the formation selects the best approach path, a pair of fighters will be released from the formation to check for any air-to-air threats. The best way to look behind or check six is to turn into each other and cross as close as possible. Let's watch now. There go the solos. Let's watch for the cross. The solos will now introduce you to a three-dimensional maneuver, the lead turn guns pass. It takes knowledge of geometry and physics to know how to maneuver the fighter aircraft to accomplish this. Watch now as the lead solo maneuvers his aircraft in a lead turn and ends up in a 6 o'clock guns position. Right behind his opponent, the wing solo. Head-on encounters may be handled differently depending on the situation. The opponent can meet as close as possible to avoid the turning advantage, or there may be the option to blow through in order to regain energy to fight or to offer the chance to escape. Watch now as the two-ship formation returns from the right to engage the four-ship now entering from the left. Or the two-ship must weigh the odds of turning to fight or choosing to bug out. Four-ship formation turns away. Watch from the left as the solos escape and quickly change their minds and decide to pitch back to the fight. A snap vector command is called in order to quickly return to the encounter. As the solos get a tally or visual, they return now toward the four-ship formation. The solos have discovered more than expected, though. The Delta has switched to a line abreast, or as we call it, a wall of SNJs. This formation is the same flight position used with the Team Skytypes messages all across the country. On command from the leader, now the Skytypers will execute a 90-degree turn to the right. Once in trail, they must rejoin and regroup into a more effective formation in order to continue their mission. Look straight ahead. There's our two solos, performing what they like to call the merge. solos perform the guns cheek, trying to avoid enemy fire. The flight of 4 aircraft approaches the enemy target. This formation is often seen in wartime movies and documentaries. The aircraft will roll in at a high strafe angle to fire on the targets below. Let's watch now as our 2 solos do a little creep strafe. The solos now high overhead. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Skytypers. As the team prepares for its next coordinated maneuver, the Geico Skytypers would like to invite you to learn a little bit more about their sponsor, Geico Insurance. Geico could assist you with all types of insurance needs. During its 78-year history, Geico has received a long list of first honors, awards, and customer testimonials. Over 12 million private passenger customers and 20 million vehicles, Geico's focus and care for people can be seen in every aspect of its operations. The Skytypers partner with Geico to promote and educate people about Geico's insurance products and services through team appearances just like this, Skytype messages, and Airshow performances. See what the Geico Skytypers have in store for us now. It's a big heart in the sky saying how much they love Rhode Island. Look at that, folks. A big heart in the sky with our Geico Skytyper Flight of 4 coming right through the center. As the team regroups for a special pass, the Geico Skytypers would like to recognize the men responsible for keeping these vintage aircraft in such fine shape. If you'd like to see photos, videos, or simply get more information on the team, please follow them on Facebook and Twitter under Geico Skytypers, or visit the team's website at geicoskytypers.com. In addition, you can also check out their YouTube channel, that's another favorite, for some great videos, including the Information webisode series. These webisodes provide an insider's look at Airshow Center. Here they come. This is for all the men and women of the United States Armed Forces. A big round of applause for each and every one of them. all military aircraft, including the military performance jet teams, rejoin into a single formation. The Skytypers will perform another 90-degree turn to set up for their rejoin to a delta formation. As the lead aircraft starts a turn and spokes for identification, the other aircraft add power and put their nose in front of the lead in order to fly a shorter distance. The majority of pilots on the team earned their wings through military training in the United States Air Force, the Navy, and the Marines. Many became commercial airline pilots after completing their military service. The team now in the Delta formation as they descend towards the show center to complete the final maneuver of a Delta pitch to land. And 5, Steve Salamars. 6, Tom Daly. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2014 Geico Skytypers. Geico and the Geico Skytypers would like to thank you, the audience, for supporting their air show and its great sponsors. Please stop by and talk with the folks at the Geico tent today to get a team picture and some really cool Geico gifts. Remember, 15 minutes could save you 50% or more. Available right at their team, a huge operation. You go down there and check some stuff out there at the Geico tent. Immediately follow it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, remember, there is absolutely no smoking on the ramp. Jet fuel and aircraft fuel do not mix well with cigarettes. Just because you don't see one around, that doesn't mean it's all right. We have lots of airplanes out there on the ramp that do not need a smoking hazard. So please, no smoking anywhere here on the airshow ramp. And now the Geico Skytypers returning to Earth. 1 is down, 2 is in close trail. Now let's watch. 1 is going to keep the power up and go long as not to pollute the runway out there. You can see Steve Kapoor sitting in the back seat of the #1 aircraft. When these guys are skytyping messages out across the sky, Steve operates the computer in the back of the #1 airplane, which sends a signal and emits a little puff of smoke. They type like an old-style dot matrix printer and print out these gigantic messages all across the sky. You've probably seen them flying at various events and various, well, I think one of the coolest things they did this year, if I remember right, was they typed the entire number for pi across the sky, 3.14 whatever it was, all across the sky here in Austin, Texas. Geico Skytypers, terrific group. And our thanks to them for being here today. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, your United States Marine Corps MV-22 Osprey.